Hello Cancer, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we're going to be taking a look at what you need to hear at this time. So as the title suggests, this is a timeless reading, meaning the messages are for whenever you click on this video, and of course there is no timeline associated with it. So the messages could be between now and the next few days, next few weeks, months, maybe a year. It really depends on the situation. But with that in mind, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now Cancer, I will not solicit you for business. I do not need to do that. And so if you get a message from someone, that is not me. That is someone impersonating me. Please do keep that in mind. I also do daily content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. But with all of that said, let's go ahead and get into this reading. This message resonates, please do consider hitting that like button so other people can see the video. Subscribe for future updates and drop a comment to let me know what you think. All right, let me make sure everything is in view and then we'll get right into it here for you. Okay, so I like to do a Celtic cross spread every now and again, so that's what this spread is, if you were curious. All right, I think that looks good enough to me. Energy on the bottom, you have the Six of Cups. So this is a card of nostalgia. You may at this time, Cancer, be looking at the past and thinking about the good times, thinking about happy memories from your past. It doesn't have to be a negative card. What I will say though, with this Six of Cups, it can be a warning to not stay in the past too long, right? Because there's always the present. It's always good to be looking forward, looking for the next thing. And that could be what's coming forward here for you with this Six of Cups energy. Now, what could also be implied here is that there's someone from the past coming back in for a reunion. And, you know, this can typically mean an ex trying to come back in. You know, my message for this, and it's not always well received, not everybody likes to hear this, but it's kind of what I've seen play out, is that your ex is your ex for a reason. And, you know, you have to just think hard about if that's someone you want to bring back into your life or not. Now, for others of you, this could be a reunion with a family member, with a friend you haven't talked to in a long time, something like that. Could be a situation or a workplace or a colleague from your past that's trying to re-enter as well. So there are lots of different ways here to look at this Six of Cups. But in your current situation, what I don't love for you, what I don't love to see, is you have the Seven of Swords. Okay, not ever really a great combination to get the Six of Cups with the Seven of Swords. No other way to say it, not going to sugarcoat it, okay? Well, here's the other way of looking at it. This could also mean that you're deceiving yourself, putting yourself into a mental trap like, oh, well, if I just, you know, try to take them back, you know, maybe they've done some soul searching, maybe they're a different person, maybe they've changed, maybe whatever, right? But, you know, if someone from the past hurt you, which it looks like is very possible here with the Seven of Swords, I would say just keep that in mind, because the Seven of Swords indicates someone who's a liar, cheater, stealer. If someone cheated on you from the past, don't deceive yourself and say, oh, well, now I'm just going to, you know, forgive them and allow them back into my life. That's not what the cards are saying would be the best option. But I can't tell you what to do. You're going to make your own choice, okay? And in the problem position here, you have the Ten of Cups, which is a card of total happiness. Cups overflowing, good energy flowing, good family energy. You know, this, I always like to say, the people here on this bench own the home behind them. And so for me, this is also a card of abundance, good things happening in your life. Really, truly, one of the most positive, happy cards that you can pull in the tarot. I almost feel like, as that is in the problem position, I wonder if things are going well for you at this moment. And then it's like, bam, curveball. Now someone's coming back in and you don't have to, and like, you just don't want to deal with this person, okay? So I do feel like it's okay to like reflect on the past, look at the good times, look at the good memories, look at the things that went right, look at the things that went wrong. But at a certain point, there is now. okay? And you have to be in the present moment. And you also have to look at the facts. You know, is this someone you want to bring back in? Even if they're not romantic, just a friend, maybe a toxic friend. Is this someone you want to bring back in at this time, Cancer? Because right now, they could be a candidate to maybe put a damper on the happiness that you're experiencing in this moment with the Ten of Cups, right? So in the past, you have the King of Swords. What energy am I getting here? Well, so first, this King of Swords is somebody who will give you a fair shot. This is a leader. This is an authority figure, someone who will not take an emotional interest in you, but really lay out the facts. But the energy that I'm getting here is that you're going to lay out the facts, and you're going to look at something in an unemotional way. And what the King of Swords doesn't do is they don't have attachments. Okay, they do not. The King of Swords takes their sword and they cut through attachments to the past. Do you know what I mean by attachments? It's the emotional feelings that we have around a situation. There are whole lots of different things on attachments. You might want to even research emotional attachments. But I feel like, you know, there was something from the past that you've needed to sever ties with. And I get the sense that this is coming in for review here in this current situation. Another way of looking at attachments is trying to get over something, right? And that's what I feel like some of you are doing at this time. In the future position, you have the Star, which is amazing. I do feel like ultimately, when all is said and done, is you will have a positive, optimistic outcome here for yourself. I don't feel like you're going to spend too much time in the past with that Six of Cups. In fact, the Star is the dreamer, right? It's somebody who's a dreamer. It is an idealist. It's Aquarius energy. It is somebody who is sitting in healing waters of renewal. So it's talking about potentially even healing this shady energy from the Seven of Swords. And you know, the Star really is talking about hope and optimism, but it's also talking about a wish come true, a wish being granted here. And so for some of you, I feel like there's a really nice outcome here, and I feel like, going to decide that you're the star of your own show here, and there's nothing wrong with that, Cancer. So on your mind, you have the King of Pentacles. So right now, the best advice may be that the practical choice wins for you. The vanilla choice, the vanilla road, as it relates to this Seven of Swords, may be the way to go for you, okay? Because the King of Pentacles does not rock the boat, okay? They, in fact, to their detriment sometimes, because the King of Pentacles has achieved a high status. They've achieved success, wealth, luxury, by sticking to their routines and sticking to what they know. The problem is sometimes that they miss out on opportunities because they keep doing the same thing day in and day out. But I actually feel like what's going on here is like you've made a choice about this Seven of Swords, Six of Cups person, and you should probably stick with it. Can't tell you what to do, but that's what the cards are saying. In the lower row, this person's annoying you. Okay, this is an annoying person from the past. This is somebody who's just down on one knee saying, man, do I really have to deal with this bozo the clown again? Like, do I really need to deal with this person again? And Cancer, I feel like at this point, it's important to keep your boundary firm here, okay? You've set a boundary with this person. You see the boundary of wands in the background there. And I feel like it's time to hold that to the fire here. And, for you, it's also important not to give up on the boundary and the energy that you've put forward at this time, okay? Because you're almost at the finish line handling this situation. Now, in your staff, in the direction that you're headed, in your current influence, the way that you are influencing the situation, you have the Queen of Swords, okay? So this is somebody who is very similar to this King of Swords. So you have cutting energy, okay? When I say that, you're cutting cords, you're cutting attachments to the past here. This is a reading about looking at the past and cutting out the parts, the pieces, the bits that are no longer serving you, that are no longer in alignment with you and your soul's purpose here, and your mission. So, that's what I feel strongly about with this Queen of Swords coming in. I like to say that the Queen of Swords is like the assassin in the tarot. They don't let anyone get in their way, okay? And that's what I feel like saying to you. In the external influence, you have the Emperor. I have to say I'm getting a little bit of deja vu here between you and the Gemini reading. This is a completely different deck of cards that I'm using. And all of the decks are shuffled. And so if you have any Gemini in your chart, you may want to take a look at that. But, the Emperor here, I feel like this is you bossing up, okay? This is the energy of authority. This is big boss energy. This is someone who takes control of their life. And with that is very, very successful in whatever it is that they do. It's a very good omen to see. This could mean that you're dealing with somebody who's old school here. With the Emperor and the King of Pentacles, you're dealing with maybe an old school person or an old school energy, someone from the past even, that's just like your value system and their value system is no longer in alignment, is what I'm feeling like. And I get the sense that you're going to just be straight up with this person, is what I'm getting here. You also have this Seven of Wands in the hopes and fears. You're concerned because there's competition around you. The thing about the Seven of Wands is the card that comes before it is the Six of Wands, which is all about success, okay? And so you here have been successful, and now people want what you have. You can see that the wands, each one of these wands would be like a person holding the wand coming after this person. You're defending your ground. You're standing your ground here, defending your position. And, for some of you, it's all about boundaries, attachments. Like this reading is about boundaries and cutting attachments to the past, letting go of what was. It's about letting go here, but also along with that, realizing that letting go also means being firm in what you believe and being firm in your convictions, which is I feel like this person from the past, you've already dealt with that energy. And the outcome here makes total sense because I see you walking away from this person. You're walking away from this situation. Okay? This is somebody who's has their back turned towards a disappointing situation. They are looking out towards the mountaintops, towards the horizon, and they're saying, I'm about to go on an exciting journey through the dark night into the Nine of Cups. Okay? They have no idea how they're going to get to the Nine of Cups, but they know they're going to get there somehow. The thing is, the Nine of Cups is the fulfillment of a wish. It's the fulfillment of a dream life. And for you, it's almost like there's one step. You've set your boundaries, you've told someone how you feel, and now the next step is letting go. And it's walking away, and it's cutting those attachments. It's all kind of one step here, even though I've said a bunch of things. It's cutting those attachments, letting go, walking away, which are all very similar. And I feel like this is the last level for you, and you're very close to, as you get the Star, which is the other wish card other than the Nine of Cups, you're going there. Like that's where you're going. So let's see what else we have. Let's go ahead and start to clarify. You also have the Justice card. Okay, some of you are dealing with a Libra from the past. That's what this person could be with this King of Swords, and now we have this Libra energy. Or, this is a card that talks about karma. This is one of the biggest cards of karma. It's the karmic scales here balancing out and tipping in one direction, typically in the direction of your favor. I feel like karma's on your side. I don't think there's good karma between you and this other person, as you have the Seven of Swords and the Six of Cups. Seven of Swords is not good karma. I'm telling you that right now. So for some of you, you're realizing that, and you're moving towards situations that are more favorable for you. You have this Seven of Pentacles as well. A harvest. This is long-term investments paying off. This is somebody who's looking at the work that they've achieved here, and they're actually asking themselves, like, okay, I'm going to cash in on this harvest, but in that, do I want to stay where I am? Or do I want to change directions in some way? This person's thinking about maybe making a career decision or a directional change in some other area of their life because they've been working so hard to build this tree of pentacles for themselves. And so for you, I get the sense that that's what's going on here. You also have another 7. This is you, actually. This is the Cancer card, the Chariot. And so you are triumphantly and victoriously moving forward here. This card is all about a victory that comes through self-discipline and hard work, okay? So there's clearly hard work here. I also want to point out 777 energy. Oh, 4 sevens here. That's a big number for some of you. That's a spiritual number. You may want to look at that angel number for some of you, but you here putting in the work, getting rewarded karmically for putting up a boundary, holding the boundary, and cutting attachments. That's what this is about, okay? Let's see what we have here. Interesting, not the right time and within a few weeks. So yeah, I mean, look, strike while the iron's hot. Whenever you feel like the right time is, I would say trust that, okay? It could be within the next couple weeks of this reading that a situation happens between you and this person. It's hard to say. Timing is very hard in tarot readings, but that's kind of what may be coming forward here. And what else do we have? Oop, what was that? Okay, we also have helpful people and romance. Interesting. So, okay, I just wanted to make sure a card didn't fall, but I don't think it did. So yeah, I feel like right now what's going on here is you're maybe finding people who support you more, okay? Like you're done with dealing with people who don't respect you or support you or anything like that at this time, as you have the pathway card that just pops out there. So I feel like you are more about going down this path here, the path of the Eight of Cups, which truly is the path towards the star or towards the Nine of Cups energy. So yeah, you're looking for more mature people. And yeah, there's an ending between you and someone else. Bad health, message, and gift. So I don't ever really read bad health as like ailments, injuries. I don't foretell death in my readings either. So this coffin, I don't read as that. I read the coffin like the death card in that there's an ending and a transformation being done between you and another person or you and another situation. And that's clearly what's going on here. I don't think it's easy to let go of this, but I do feel like ultimately letting go of this person, of this situation, of walking away, of cutting attachments here, leading you down your true north, your destiny. But it's also potentially, you know, there's going to be a gift that is unlocked here as you do that. There could even be more money that's made available to support you along your path as you maybe take different jobs or look at different opportunities, you know, something like that going on here. And you're going to be delivering the message to somebody here that it's maybe time to move on and you're looking for something a little bit more mature. So thank you for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already. Drop a comment to let me know what you think. Very grateful to the people donating down below. Thank you so much for your support, and check out my website, zaneintuitive.com. There's a link to that in the description below. You can sign up for my email list. It'll be the first thing you see on the website. All right, I'll see you in the next one.